There's a new study into heavy menstrual bleeding conditions, which hopes that it could create the world's biggest biobank of samples which may hold the answers to many of these issues. Heavy periods, of course, can have a real impact on a woman's life, with recent findings suggesting a link to things such as lower GCSE grades and school attendance, not just women, children as well. Professor Gemma Sharp is leading the study by teams at the Universities of Exeter and Bristol, and joins me now. Gemma, Professor Sharp, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning. So, a biobank that is going to hold samples of what?
Menstrual fluid.
Okay.
So menstrual fluid is an incredible but very overlooked source of information about women's health. It contains blood, lining of the womb, secretions from the vagina, the cervix, and it even contains stem cells as well. And up until recently, people haven't really been looking at it, but we think it could be a really, really valuable source of information about what's going on in women's bodies.
So how does it work? Like, who do you want to contribute samples?
So all of the samples will be contributed by participants that are already part of these two incredible longitudinal cohort studies. So the Children of the 90s, which is based in Bristol, and Born in Bradford, which is based in Bradford. And these people have provided all this incredible genetic and annual questionnaire data over many years. And now we are supplementing that by collecting data on menstrual health as well.
So what can you do with it? I mean, have there been any early indications, or what are you hoping it will show you that you haven't been able to find out so far?
Yeah, so several groups are looking at the utility of menstrual fluid for predicting things like endometriosis or fibroids. And essentially that's what we're trying to do. But for the first time, we're looking at DNA methylation, which
What's
is
that?
So it's a type of epigenetics. Basically, it tells us whether genes are turned on or off in menstrual fluid. And so then we can compare the menstrual fluid from people, for example, with heavy menstrual bleeding to people without heavy menstrual bleeding, in the hope that that will tell us whether there's any epigenetic patterns that might help identify why people with heavy menstrual bleeding have that symptom, and then hopefully also point towards new treatments to prevent it from happening.
Now, as someone who I've spoken about on this programme who has adenomyosis and endometriosis, I wouldn't think twice about sending in samples or, being a participant if I were part of this, because I want answers, because I don't want anyone to go through what I've gone through. How are people feeling about those sending menstrual fluid samples? How do they do it? How convenient or awkward is it?
So it's very convenient, and interestingly, we had more reservation from, for example, like ethics committees, thinking that women wouldn't be happy to provide these samples than we've had from women themselves. Women themselves have been very happy to provide the samples and have actually said to us, we're just really pleased that somebody is doing this research. And even if they don't have heavy menstrual bleeding or endometriosis, adenomyosis, then they're saying, they want to contribute to the study so that they can help other people who do. We've tried to make it as simple as possible for people to provide these samples. So essentially they wear a modified menstrual pad. So it's like a specially modified menstrual pad with a strip of filter paper in the middle, that they just wear that pad like they would any normal pad. Then they pull out the filter paper strip, put it in a box, and then send it back to us in the post. So it comes to us as a dried menstrual fluid sample. Allows us to do our analysis on that. But for the woman herself, it's very easy. It's simple. It's clean. And I think we sometimes forget that women are very used to dealing with these samples. They've been menstruating for a long time. then they'll be used to this. And so I don't think it's any more inconvenient than a normal period would be.
Before I let you go, can anyone get involved, or have you got who you need?
So although we're mostly interested in people who are part of those 2 cohort studies, we would love to expand this to the general population. So if people are interested in getting involved, then if they can register their interest on our website. So our website is cycle-trackcyclestudy.com, and we're also on socials. And then we'll be in touch when we have funding to extend our collection.
What's your social media handle?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's at Cycle Track Study on Instagram.
Okay. Professor Gemma Sharp. That was the most difficult question for you, and the rest of it was all technical. Professor Gemma Sharp, thank you very much. And good luck with it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks
Thank you
very
for
much.
doing the work.